Shut up and sit down.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Ken Frederick Podcast. Today is May 5th. I want to thank you for listening, and if you stumbled upon this online, you can check us out at kfpodcast.com, facebook.com/kfpodcast, and Ken Fred Podcast at Twitter.
Good job.
Thank you. You didn't even interrupt me that time. So today we got a pretty big team, so I'm going to introduce everybody to you, and maybe right now you also see the picture.
Possibly.
Bam.
There it is.
So to my right is fourth time on the show, Lance Romance.
Hey there, everybody.
All right. For number 3, we got Broc.
What's going on, everyone?
We got Justin, the Stats Man.
Hey, guys.
All right. And the virgin to the group today, we got Perry.
Hey, everyone.
And then we got Dawn rounding everything out.
Hey, how's it going?
All right.
I had a little thing I need to say real quick.
Go ahead.
So, again, thanks for everybody for liking and sharing. We encourage you to share the YouTube videos that we post. But we wanted to ask everybody, when you watch the YouTube video, please subscribe to our YouTube page because we're trying to get 100 followers. Once we get 100 followers, we can do more cool things on the YouTube page.
Throw a like on the video.
Yeah, so like the video, subscribe when you're viewing it.
Second, YouTube's going to be our main thing. So the more support and love we get on that, the better. So.
Second, Facebook, and this is I'm going to ask of not only everybody here, but everybody listening, is not only share the podcast when they post, but invite people to our page. So like Broc, go to your friend list and invite all of them to our page. Justin did that. It took Ken. Me and Justin did it the first week. It took Ken 8 weeks to get around to do it, and he got us 100 likes by doing it.
Thank you very much.
If Broc does it with all his friends and Perry and Lance, invite your whole list.
Perry will bring 2 likes.
Perry will bring 2.5.
His mom and his sister.
But it helps if you do that and share it. So I stole my wife's iPad today and went to her friends list and invited all her friends.
Is that why all those people?
Yes. And all of a sudden, what did it generate? Like 10?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, 10, not bad for. I mean, my wife's friends list is people that will never listen to this, but at least it got us 10. So Broc's friends list, you know a lot of young people to listen to it. Lance got a big list. Perry. What did I just say about Lance?
Lance got a big list.
Yeah! So please do that. It'll really help us out. We're trying to get past 200. We're trying to reach different people that we don't have. So thank you.
Yes.
All right.
All right. So today
what are we doing today, Ken?
Oh, well, today on the show, we're going to have we're going to do a non-spoiler review of Civil War. So if you haven't seen it yet, you can listen to about 15 minutes of the show.
We just saw the movie.
And then after the non-spoiler review, we're going to spoil the shit out of Civil War. Then we're going to do our thoughts on the Marvel MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe after Civil War. Do a little wrap-up here, and then we're going to go get some Denny's.
Yes.
So that's on the agenda.
All right. Let's just go to Denny's now. We'll come back. We'll see you in a few minutes.
Little moons over Miami.
Yeah.
All right, so first we'll do some non-spoiler reviews. We're going to start with Lance as I throw my pen.
Throw a pen at him. Do you know what's funny is when we were pre-gaming this, you're like, we're going to do the intros to the left.
I did.
And we're going to do the reviews to the right, and you went both to the right.
But here's the thing. It went well. I didn't have to do the intro twice.
It's my job to point out when you're effing things up. I didn't swear.
I know.
All right. So Civil War non-spoiler review lands.
So, I don't know. My reviews are mixed on this one. The dissonance between it and the actual book, sort of, I just have a hard time getting over it. Mm-hmm. You know, the Civil War story is depressing enough, and this one just seemed to be not
depressing enough for you.
Well, no, it was depressing, but it actually didn't have any resolution, at least like you got in the book.
Yeah. Okay.
And it was one of those things where, like you say, Ken, this all could have been avoided if they had a 10-minute conversation before they.
Right. We always say that.
So that's my.
Okay. Broc Star.
I enjoyed the movie a lot. I'll get into more detail during the spoiler section, but I thought the villain was a little lame, and a lot of the characters were shoehorned in there, in my opinion. Those are really my only 2 big critiques.
How do you shoehorn something in there?
You just force it in there.
Just throw it in, at a random moment. Yeah.
You'll make it work. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it up to me now?
Yeah, it's up to you, pretty boy.
Yeah. All right.
Come on.
So I really enjoyed it. Like Brock said, I really enjoyed it. It's a lot to process right now, though.
Keep it under 25 minutes, though. Okay?
Shut up, Don.
Okay, thanks.
There was a lot that happened.
Way back at the beginning of time, Justin decided to have an opinion about the movie before he saw it. Sorry, go ahead.
That's all right. Really enjoyed it. I'll get into more detail when we get into spoilers. I'm happy with it. So
out of how many cheese wheels?
I don't know yet.
Out of 5 cheese wheels.
It's for me right now. It's a little difficult to process.
On the
talk it
Goudas?
out.
Yeah.
So we gotta talk it out a little bit. I may need
This
to
isn't
see
like
it.
therapy. We just saw a movie.
May need to see it another time.
Lance was depressed by it. So
Yeah, Lance is
Jeez,
depressed. Brock got shoehorned, and Justin needs to process it.
I think I saw a different movie because I've been
Let's find
No,
out.
I really liked it, but I don't know where it stands yet.
Okay, let's find out what the Virgin
Doesn't
thinks
stand
about
alone.
it.
Yeah, I thought it was awesome, actually. I mean, they did go in a different direction, but it worked. It was fine. I mean, everyone's seen the trailer. I think it's just an Avengers movie. I mean, it really is.
Agreed.
I do agree with Brock. I thought the villain was pretty lame, but that's really it. I thought it was really cool.
Cool. My turn.
Yep.
I will say that I understand his point about shoehorning people in, but like I said, and we'll spoil that a little bit later, I think there was certain reasons why they had to. The villain was weak. I thought the reason that they were I thought that, just like Batman, Superman, I thought there was going to be no real reason to have a fight, but I felt like the reason they fought in this was justified. It wasn't just like, hey, it'll be cool to see superheroes fighting. There was a reason for it. I didn't like them fighting. I didn't think, like we talked about, it was the best action scene I've ever saw, but I would have rather seen. It was hard to cheer for them when they were fighting each other because everybody was so cool.
Yeah.
But it was an Avengers movie. It's not a Cat movie. Although it begins and ends as a Cat movie. It's more of a Bucky story, I would say. Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of things that we'll spoil here in a little bit that bothered me. But overall, I thought it was really good. And I thought it was a really good setup for the next wave of Marvel stuff.
So I'm the only one that didn't like it.
You didn't like it at all?
No, I liked it, but it just...
Did Ken review
You don't
it?
like being
I did
depressed?
not.
Ken didn't like it.
Ken's turn.
I really liked it. I think that the more Marvel makes movies, the more they get it right. Because I'm a big believer that these movies should be fun and also not like I don't know.
Not super dark like Batman.
I feel like I had fun watching it. I don't. And I do agree with the shoehorning, but I still like the direction they went with the shoehorn. And I'm hoping
We've said shoehorn.
today's episode sponsored by Bob Shoehorns.
Somebody listens to us like, I sell shoehorns.
Your pictures are going to be easy this time.
Yeah, just shoehorns. With your face on it.
There you go.
It'll be great.
Brock Shoehorns. BrockShoehorns.com. Now you're going to buy it.
Yeah.
And start doing your
You're making this way too hard. I'm going to be up all night Saturday trying to figure that out.
Hold on, one thing. Scrotum Sanctuary.
No. We're never going to do it, even though you did yell it out in the theater really loud. I was like,
You
Ken,
did that.
I know you said it first.
No, I said it first.
Yeah. Well, who said it first? Let's agree. Justin said it first.
A couple people in the opposite corner did laugh, I heard.
Yeah. Well, who's not going to laugh at a scrotum sanctuary? That's pretty good. If you draw it, I'll put it in there. Okay.
All right.
So anyway.
allowed to doodle during
Yeah. So I liked it. I agree with Brock with the forcing of some characters. I actually think that this isn't the only time we're going to see the villain. I think this is an infantile stage of that character that we might see later down the road.
Okay.
So I really liked it. I think that Marvel's getting it right. It's probably up there with some of the other ones. I liked it better than...
Did you like it better than Age of Ultron?
Yes.
I sure did.
Yeah.
But I think I enjoyed like Guardians of the Galaxy and...
I didn't like it more than Age of Ultron because I don't like superheroes fighting each other.
I agree, but I think that this now shows this movie how well they could do. Like, it's a teaser, I feel like, for the Infinity War movies, because if you can imagine all of the fight scenes we just saw, but in a even bigger scale,
fighting
with them
bad
working
guys.
together,
30 more characters.
Oh yeah, I'm excited. It gets me from 6 to like 3:15.
Oh, hey. I did see the table rise up. I was wondering what that was.
So I really enjoyed it. I'm not depressed or questioning myself or need to talk it out.
Yeah.
I liked it. And that's how I feel.
All right, so we telling people to click out of the
All right,
YouTube
so you got a
page.
good, what was it, 10 minutes of
Yeah,
talk?
we're just under 10 minutes.
Okay.
So
All right, so if you didn't see the movie and you don't want it spoiled, then
We'll talk to you next week.
really
All right,
need
see.
to turn this off
Yeah.
right now.
you go to Denny's. We're going to keep talking and we'll
Better
meet you
yet, go
there.
to the movie. See
Yeah.
it.
Go take a shower or go do something and come back
Then come back and yell at us.
and yell at us.
All right, so we're going to have spoilers in 3, 2, 1. All right, so let's talk about
Giant
that.
Man was in the movie.
Okay.
So,
We're gonna go back around, give your spoiler review now, right?
do you want to go the opposite way?
Let's go the
Well,
opposite
sure.
way.
Let's go the opposite. Why don't you start us?
All right, so I agree with Brock about the shoehorning of it because Ant-Man and Spider-Man were both very much shoehorned in. I thought they were forced in. Now, I feel like
force-fed.
whenever they showed the preview for it,
Yeah.
okay, before we get into this, was there a sale somewhere with non-logoed hats at the beginning of the movie? Because everyone had a different
Oh my God!
generic logo.
Everybody had a non-logo hat on.
Apparently, Brock has a knowledge.
This is what superheroes, if you see the picture, this
Yeah.
is what superheroes wear when they're not being
Yeah.
superheroes.
When you're trying to hide out, you wear a
Sun-
non-logo hat and sunglasses.
Well,
So,
and this is
but that's their Clark Kent moment.
Yeah.
Hat off, Captain America. Hat on, Steve Rogers.
well, and this is the difference between something like Marvel and then something like Universal in the Transformers movies. Marvel doesn't need to product placement.
Yeah. They're all wearing movie.
Well, they do
Yeah.
their share
It's better
though.
that
There's
way.
stuff in there. I mean, they had the cars.
They did. There was a Star Wars reference, which
Yeah.
I
There was
enjoyed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
So keep going.
All right, so I really thought whenever they needed to get like Ant-Man on the team, they were getting him because they needed to break into somewhere and they needed him to like shrink down.
Right.
For the fight when they had him, it didn't really seem to make much sense.
Well, they needed Giant Man because that was a distraction that got him away.
But they didn't know he could do
Yeah,
that.
they didn't know
Yeah.
he could do that at that point.
Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, but I don't know. I guess they needed him because they
Needed more people.
They needed more people.
Yeah,
I
they
don't
needed
know
a
quickly
body.
he
They
joined,
need, they need a
too.
comedic
Yeah.
relief on that
And
team.
he beat Falcon, so that they figure, all right, well,
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it was a way to tie him in,
And which
You
is
know,
fine,
it's-
and that's why I don't hate it, but I
Yeah.
can understand how it looks forced.
Right.
And also, too, the reason I thought Spider-Man was going to be on Tony's side is they actually had like a list of people, and they went to recruit him to join the Registration Act.
Well, apparently Tony had an eye on him, but he didn't explain why. He had
Yeah.
an eye.
Yeah,
So-
he knew
And-
a lot.
Yeah.
Brock and I talked about this on the way over, and
What? You root?
Spider-Man, the way he was shoehorned in there is because when they were coming up with this movie, they didn't have the rights to him still. They were working on that.
Yeah.
And then they were like, oh, holy shit, we got Spider-Man now. We got to get him in.
Yeah.
Because you got to get him in. Because, I mean,
Yeah.
you didn't properly have him in the beginning of the MCU.
Yeah.
So you're like, well, we just got to get him in there. So that whole scene with Tony and him talking, it's like, we're going to throw him in. And I was fine with it.
And
because-
actually, I feel like that part was so well written because you know how long he's been Spider-Man.
Yeah.
He's been Spider-Man for 6 months.
6 months.
You know that he has an old costume, but Tony helped him make the new one. So
Which
you
I'm
don't
glad
have
we didn't get to see in
to,
action.
yeah, we didn't have to worry about
want
that.
any of
You
that.
know, a weird blurry vision of the goggles
Right.
and
Right.
everything. You got to see him fight a lot, so you don't have to worry about waiting to build up to that. That can start right in the next movie.
He looked great the way
Oh.
he was moving.
Oh, it was awesome.
It was like watching the old '90s Fox cartoon.
Yeah.
I think it was
And that's
so-
who he acted like.
Yeah,
He was
never,
a kid.
never shut up.
yeah.
He,
Constantly talking.
yeah,
Right.
cracking jokes.
am I
but
doing
it-
this right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
What am I supposed to do, Tony? He's like, "What we pray?" Like yelling, like
Always looking for approval.
Cap
Yeah.
stuff was great when he was the story he tells at the end. So spoiler at the end, the final cutscene with Spider-Man when he's talking about a guy from Brooklyn named Steve beat him up to his aunt.
yeah.
And his big friend.
And
And his big friend, he's like, he was really big.
That was great.
Yeah.
And I liked that he gave him the Spider-Man light, which he's
Yeah.
used in the books before to shine on people's little
Yeah.
spotlight. So
I liked how Tony made several references to how hot Aunt May was.
Yeah.
Which we talked about
Because
last
we
week.
talked
Yeah.
about that last week.
It's like, how's your aunt that hot? He goes, don't talk about it. That was good. So the Spider-Man stuff was great.
Okay.
That makes me so excited for the movie next year.
It's going to be good.
Now the Giant Man stuff, I thought was even better. I
great.
like the fact that I kind of got spoiled for me because the pop vinyls we can order.
Right. That would have been
It's
cool
like-
not
and Hero
knowing.
But
Clicks.
it was spoiled a while ago. Lego spoiled that
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 or 3 months
It would have been good if they wouldn't have spoiled that.
Yeah.
Would have been a good surprise.
It would have been cool because as soon as he started
Which I think people who aren't like us, who go into all this stuff,
Yeah.
They don't know.
they won't know. They'll
Yeah.
be like, whoa. Like when my parents watch this, they're not
Yeah.
shopping for Lego, so they're not going to go.
yeah, they didn't buy Hero Clicks or pop
No,
vinyls.
no.
But I
Know
really
what they're
liked,
getting for Mother's Day.
And I even like the part where you saw, like, in one of the fight scenes, Scott Lang hands Cap that truck. He goes, just throw it towards this, and he throw it, and then all of a sudden a giant gas tanker like shows up.
And Rhodey's like, "Oh, give me a break."
All right.
So,
Oh, I thought it was a water truck. Oh, sorry.
yeah. So, it was really good. The villain was Baron Zemo.
Right.
I mean, I could go, and I'll let other people.
You're
talk about
going
it.
on and on with your review, but
I do.
All right, so my turn. Again, I try not to repeat a lot of the same stuff, but Spider-Man was great. I love the way they introduced him. I thought I thought for it being rushed, it was still quality, and I like to see that his interaction with superheroes, I think, is gonna be even good as he moves on. So that part was good. I'm trying not to say things I don't like because my nature is to go to what I don't like first.
Well, we can come back to that later.
Yeah, we'll come back to that. It's on the bullet list.
Is it?
But
Yes, it is.
yeah,
We
it
didn't
is.
Like,
I thought Falcon was a lot better improved in this movie. I wasn't a big fan of Falcon in Winter Soldier. I don't know. I just didn't really like the way to do it. But I liked how he had Cap's back the entire time and was like really like a true partner with him. You know, like was on his side. I like the Redbird stuff that they did,
Redbird
which
was
was
cool.
cool instead of having an actual bird flying around, which would have been kind of
That little
weird.
drone.
Little drone was good. It was perfect. It was real modernized with drone technology and all that.
and where he made her thank the bird.
Yeah.
So the one thing I noticed is Redbird's controlled by Falcon's left arm.
Yeah.
Tony has things on his left arm. War Machine has things on his left
Everything's
arm.
on your left arm.
And then
That means they're all right-handed.
yeah, and then there's someone else had something else. Oh, Ant-Man all of a sudden
Yeah.
flips. I'm like, so everyone has tech.
Everybody's
left.
right-handed.
And
where- well, I
Winter
guess-
Soldier's is a left arm, isn't it?
Yeah.
That he has.
Yeah.
So
And
where are you
I-
going with
I
this?
was gonna
Everybody-
say,
everybody-
It's just weird that all the tech that everyone's like looking at and
Yeah.
playing with. Everyone's
Well,
got
yeah.
a power glove attached to their left
So,
arm.
I thought War Machine was a lot better. I thought every Avenger evolved well in this movie. Like they were better. Like Vision was cool, the way he was like humanized and talking. Wanda was better. Hawkeye was cool, the way they brought him back. They did a good job of progressing everybody along, I felt. And again, getting into things I didn't like. I didn't care for the villain, but
That's the next thing on the list.
that's the next thing on the list.
Let
So
everyone go around and tell their
we'll get back to that. But yeah, those are all my things that I liked. I liked the way they did it. I liked the way they explained it. And
One real quick. I liked in Vision wore street clothes.
I did.
Yeah.
He had like
So
a
nice.
Sweater vest.
sweater on.
Sweater vest in the button down.
Yeah,
Dressed
he
for
was
Olive
good.
Garden.
Yeah.
You know who he reminded me of? Like, the guy Bob with the pipe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
I-
looked- I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I liked that he talked about the gem on his head.
Yeah, that
He
was
referenced that he doesn't truly understand it and he's trying to understand it, which is something that I thought they would touch in on that movie. And it looks like, that's going to be a thing going forward. Him not knowing what sort of level of power that is. And I definitely think we're going to see a scene where Thanos rips that right out of his head.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
of
yeah.
course.
Maybe even rips his entire head off.
There's a good possibility, but he's Vision, so he's a robot, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
he can die.
So those are things I liked about it. Perry?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely feel the same. I mean, I think Falcon was awesome. I think Black Panther was awesome. I don't.
was.
Oh, yeah, that's
Forgot
what we
to
didn't
mention,
talk
he
about.
was.
Yeah, he was
great.
killer. I thought. I don't think Ant-Man was shoehorned in, just thrown in. I kind of like the way how he was just thrown in because he's kind of random to begin with.
Yeah.
And it was from the last movie, which
Yeah, they set it up
he
already.
had interactions with Falcon.
Yeah.
Falcon was like, "You need another guy? I might know another guy."
Yeah, I mean, villain was.
I like how he calls him
forgettable
Tic
and-
Tac.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They didn't explain why his tech was so much better this time around, Ant-Man.
He's been working on it in his
Yeah.
lab.
it is.
They dropped that line.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was definitely good. I don't know how much I can spoil, but I'll just do it.
Everything
Everything you want.
you
Do
tell
it.
me whatever
no
you
matter
want.
what.
I like how nobody died. I didn't feel like sitting through a death today,
Yeah.
so that was nice.
That was good.
So
A pointless death that you don't
Yeah.
need.
Yeah.
I don't need that. Like I wasn't. Yeah.
Because everyone in that movie, we want to keep seeing. There's no one that we
Exactly.
didn't want, want
You
to
don't
go
want
away.
Don Cheadle to die.
Like nobody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I will say he looked old in
He
that
did
movie.
Yeah, he
look
did
old.
look old.
I was thinking that too.
Oh, really?
Well, he
I didn't
is
either.
old. He's getting
Yeah.
up there.
I
Yeah,
know.
they all
I
are
just-
starting to look
Usually
old.
they
Yeah.
do something to him.
How did they do that
makeup.
Tony Stark scene? Where
That
he
was
goes-
great.
Oh,
That was
great.
great.
How in the
was-
world
that
did he do
was-
that?
that was
So they do
CG.
a scene where they show you Tony as like a young, like the
Probably-
days when he was in Weird Science,
Yeah.
like that age.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean, they did that in the beginning of Ant-Man with Michael Douglas when they turned him back into Hank Pym from
Yeah, but he had like makeup on and stuff.
No,
like
that was CGI. It was the same,
CGI?
Yeah, it was the same thing they did with Robert Downey Jr. in this one.
He told me I was wrong, so I'm wrong.
Yep.
2 weeks in a row. I'm on a ball.
I know. You're on a roll. You're on a ball.
You're on a ball.
Yeah.
I'm the ball.
You had one cool moment and you f***ed it up.
Right down the time.
You need a picture of like you need a
I get
picture of
one
cheese
after
on
a
a ball
podcast.
like rolling on
Ken
a
gets
surface.
one too. He gets it at the end. We got to make Justin work a little bit. I'm
Yeah,
on
but-
the ball. All right. So
Yeah, you can go ahead, Justin.
and I want some cheese wheels this time around. So get on it.
I don't know if I'm ready for cheese wheels.
Oh,
We'll
he
do it
hasn't
at
talked
the
it
end.
out yet.
We'll do it at the end.
But Perry mentioned Black Panther. Black Panther was amazing. I loved how they
Hot he was?
how he was so hot. And his moves, the way he
Oh, I love the way he moved.
So I have one quick
Actually, his
question.
bodyguard.
She was tall.
Yeah.
she's
Yeah, she
tall.
was
real
cool.
tall.
So Black Panther was not. It was his father before him, correct? It was handed down
Yes.
to him.
Yeah.
T'Chaka.
T'Chaka, then it was T'Challa.
Right.
Now, was that old dude really Black Panther running around?
T'Challa said that he was already Black Panther, but then
Okay.
he became king as soon as his
He
dad.
became
Okay.
Yeah,
all right,
warrior.
he was the
Yeah,
warrior.
because that old dude wasn't running around.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah, that guy was cool too, though.
And his armor is Black Panther always bulletproof?
well, he's got vibranium laced.
Woven,
Yeah.
Is he an enhanced fighter? In
That
like
was
some-
What's
that was my question.
They showed his little necklace thing. Doesn't that give him some
Yeah,
kind of
it's
power?
kind of like it enhances it. It's almost like the same way that.
It's like Phantom.
Yeah,
Phantom.
yeah, he's got like a.
But he didn't have
an
it on
ancient-
when he was fighting Bucky in that one scene when he was just in his street clothes.
I think
And
he's always wearing.
Yeah, he
it.
was. He was wearing it.
Yeah, they,
Because he
they
was
made a
whooping
point to
ass
show
in
well,
that
because
scene.
didn't he reach up and like play with his collar or
Or
something?
they might be saying instead of it's that, it might be the ring. Because the
Oh,
ring that
that's
he
true.
took.
Yeah,
That
Yeah.
makes sense.
Well, no, but then that would mean he wasn't Black Panther before.
Oh,
that.
that's true. Well, we gotta go see
Yeah.
it again. And
Why don't we
figure-
just
Well, we're
quit
getting a Black
speculating?
Panther movie soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, so Black Panther was actually one of my favorite parts that hasn't already been talked about. Spider-Man obviously was great.
Yeah, everybody
and I
loves
will
Spider-Man.
say, back when we talked, I don't know how many podcasts ago.
He was trying to convince me on the way here. He's like, "Do you remember when I started
Yeah.
saying it?
I
Do you
know
remember?"
exactly.
No. This is when I was bagging, when the trailer first came out, and I was bagging on the look of Spider-Man.
You wouldn't let it go. Yeah,
Yeah.
you hated it.
After seeing the movie, I love it.
You're eating
It
your
looks
own
great.
words.
I said, but in
But they
the-
taste delicious because they're cheese.
No, they're cheese words.
Cheese balls.
so
Cheese filled.
That's when you were being a DC fanboy and hating on the Marvel
week.
movie. And now you're eating your own words.
I admit it
man.
though, just like you admitted that Ben Affleck was. A
I
good
didn't
Batman.
ever admit anything.
Yeah, you did.
It's
fun.
on tape.
It's
Well,
yeah.
Ken, shut up.
It's on the internet.
We got to record on 8-track.
I liked how Black Widow, how she justified being on Tony's side and looking at it from kind of a logical point of view that this thing is going to happen whether we want it to or not. Let's just
Yeah.
let's just swallow our medicine and we can still kind of guide it, but we've got to be involved in it to guide it.
And I feel like they were all going to agree on it if it wasn't for Cap getting all mad about Wanda.
Yeah.
Because they were already like, okay, we'll just sign it. We'll make it work. And then he gets in a big pissy fit about that. And if there wasn't the bombing and attacking, I think they would have been like... Because when they're having that scene talking and when Thunderbolt Ross first shows up, I'm just kind of like, yeah, let's just sign. Like, they're not going to allow us to be Avengers. So we should just sign and the movie ends.
Yeah.
And then there you go.
Well, and then... And
It wasn't
and I
the
think-
focal point.
No.
The Accords weren't the focal point.
No.
Winter Soldier was the focal point.
Right.
Yeah.
Which made him cool. I really like
Yeah.
that.
And I'll be the one to give the big spoiler here
Yeah.
because I thought this, and I wish I told Ken on the way here.
Yep.
I wish I remember when I first had this thought.
He said 2 years ago he had this.
I think it was 2 years ago. Something
Is this
like
that
that.
in the beginning of time, Justin
Yes,
thought there was
it's
going to
in
be
the
a Winter
beginning of
Soldier
time.
movie?
long ago before mankind was created.
Anyway.
Justin thought that the Winter Soldier ended up killing Tony's
You knew
parents.
he was
Damn
going
it,
to
Ken!
And Ken stole the spoiler from Justin.
So yeah, so because I don't read a lot of comics, as many of you guys listening
You
know.
steal
I
them
read a
online.
few.
Yeah, we know.
But
I don't buy many comics.
Yeah.
I actually took the time and I went through and I read the entire Civil
Wikipedia.
War storyline. No, it wasn't Wikipedia.
You read the whole Winter Soldier?
I
run.
read the Civil War. I read
when did you buy that?
books.
When did you buy that, Justin?
Marvel.
Yep.
But anyway, I read there were
BitTorrents.
109 books in the series, and I read through the whole thing because I was interested in the story. And when they first, I started reading it after they announced the movie, and we were talking, and we knew they couldn't do the storyline in the comic,
Right, too convoluted.
and one of the things that I thought at the time was, I wonder if it turns out that Winter Soldier killed Tony's parents.
So all this talking is just for you to say you're right.
I'm right.
You're right.
And I was right
Can
a
we
long
move on
time
now?
ago.
You were right.
Yeah,
we
we
move
can-
on?
we can
All
move
right.
on.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Brock.
Cheese wheels to come in a few minutes.
I pretty much like the same stuff everybody else has already mentioned, like Giant Man, Spider-Man, and all that.
I stole a lot of thunder with that.
But
Yeah,
Ken,
like
way
an
to
hour.
talk
Took
for
it all.
15, 20 minutes.
Diet tribe over here.
But one thing we haven't talked about was I've liked how whenever Vision was basically keeping Wanda in the Avengers Mansion, and while he's doing that, you could tell that he's developing feelings for her.
Yes.
Yes.
Fall in love.
Exactly.
And that sets up a lot of stuff that they did in the comics, like future with the young Avengers. Even
Oh,
where
yeah.
they have kids together through magic.
Who were
Yeah.
their kids?
Wiccan and
Speed?
Yeah, Speed was his name.
Yeah, the young Avengers.
Young
That's how he was trying
Avengers.
to cook her dinner.
Yeah, he was trying.
He
Give the
was-
guy
he-
credit.
He was
blew it.
trying.
He blew it.
Which I think was hilarious is like, to give me, what's he say? Somebody's like, well, I've never eaten before, so I really don't know.
He doesn't know what anything should
Whatever this
taste
is,
like.
this isn't paprika.
But he tried. I give him credit for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I thought the Ant-Man, Spider-Man stuff, like they each had an ace up their sleeve kind of thing. Like nobody knows about this guy, and then everybody gets introduced to them at the same time.
He was
so-
hiding in Cap's shield, which was cool.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
neat. Yeah, there was, and then of course, like going inside the helmet and disconnecting everything and Tony's armor and stuff was kind of a clever way to show what he can possibly do.
Didn't Tony's armor take a beating in this? And
It
it's
did.
still
Yeah.
working.
It did.
Well, I don't want to ruin the ending yet. So,
What ending?
the ending where he gets the shield in his.
All right, yeah, ruin it.
say it. I
We
just
already
said no one
ruined everything
died.
else.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
So, the final fight scene, when he finally gets to, like, stop Tony, he puts his, like, shield through his, like, halfway through his chest plate, and he, like, partly powers down, so he can't
Yeah.
fight. I guess it's just enough to move it. Because he's been, like, before, it barely moves.
Well, they had to make Cap win because it's Cap's movie.
Yeah.
So he gets the last shot in, you know.
But it was. We'll talk about the ending here in a
Okay.
minute.
All right.
All right. Lance.
Lance. All right.
That's my
that
name.
is-
Yeah, there we go. That's my name. No, I mean, I guess I'm going last, so I get to echo a lot of what everyone else said.
Right. That's the problem.
sorry.
with
What Ken said.
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
But no, I mean,
Sorry.
Brock, the thing with Vision and the Scarlet Witch, you know, that sort of fledgling romance or whatever it would pass for between between robot and mutant was, You
Don't
not
say
a
mutant.
mutant.
Can't say mutant.
She's a miracle.
She's a miracle.
Miracle.
An inhuman.
She was made by an Infinity Stone.
Yeah.
I did like Black Panther, and I think this does set up for a nice movie or the potential for a very good movie.
Now, do you think that Black Panther movie is an origin story, or do you think it's current unit?
No, I think it's going to be a current universe. I mean,
Fighting Claw.
because he's already. It's proven that he can actually hang.
Yeah.
So I
Don't
don't.
more than hang.
Well, but I don't think we
Sounded
need.
weird.
That sounded real weird.
But he was the only character who would like reason with people and like
Yeah.
see both sides of things.
Right.
It wasn't just
But
let's fight.
He's got the unlimited resources of Wakanda, things like that. So
Yeah.
you get that sort of Tony Stark thing, but
Yeah.
not without the smart ass. part.
Right.
And the arrogance.
I like when he said, "Let them try and come here," and they were in
Right.
Wakanda. Like that was a badass ending.
But he also proved that he was actually fairly wise. He was the first one to say, "Well, there's been enough hate. There's been enough,
Yeah.
malice."
Well, I
So-
like him with Captain America at the end too, because those two always had a good relationship in the comics.
Right.
Respected each other, allies. They weren't like Iron Man and Cap arguing over stuff. You know.
Right.
He really respects T'Challa, so them kind of together at the end. You know, that'll be cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I actually did really like the portrayal of Crossbones.
Yeah,
Yes.
he was good.
Yeah.
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 That and the whole
He was evil.
That whole
Yeah.
that whole setup scene. I think that I actually enjoyed that battle scene more than the airport scene.
I think so too. That was good because they were taking down bad guys.
They were taking down bad guys, and I mean, just the fight mechanics in there seemed to be, to me, a lot more.
The teamwork and everything was good.
I love the fight choreography that they give to Black Widow. Because
You know why you like it? Because she just jumps and puts her crotch in everyone's face and swings around and stings them. She's like, "Hey, here's my crotch."
She's like a luchador.
Yeah.
Like, how many head scissor takedowns can you do?
There must have been 6 or 7.
If I was fighting her, I'd be like, I bet she's going to try that head scissor takedown again.
You got to do like the Three Stooges where you go like the eye.
Did you notice her go-to move is to kick the guy in the crotch first?
Yeah,
that's
and
true.
then head scissor.
Yeah.
Like,
But I mean, you still get the idea that she's a badass.
She is a badass.
That spot where they put her in the armored personnel character with the
Yeah.
Oh, that was cool.
Grenades. I mean, to quickly be able to
get out of that.
take out the
die.
2 guys and use one as a meat shield.
Right.
So I mean, in that regard, yes, I did like it. I mean, the parts I didn't like, I really. Whenever you have like superheroes fighting each other, and like
We could go down that road now, Lance. You went last. Start us
You can
first.
start it.
Start, start with the bad thing.
This segment's called "Shit Lance Doesn't Like." Go.
Like I mentioned, I whenever you have superheroes fighting, it always, like we mentioned with Batman, Superman, it could have been avoided with a freaking 5-minute conversation.
right.
Yeah.
Okay. And if you just want to smack the shit out of the Secretary of State and gone on about your business, we would have had this. We would have had a good movie.
Right. You agree?
So.
Yep.
But I don't know if a conversation would have sorted this one out because it took some investigation to bring Tony back around.
Yeah. It took
And-
some evidence.
It took some evidence, and
Right, but if they would have spent that time searching for the evidence rather than fighting,
And evidence that wasn't that hard. It's like, oh, wait a minute, that's not the dude we called. Like, it was a picture reference.
Yeah.
Like, wait a minute, we called Bill. That's not Bill, that's that other dude.
and it's not like you said Zemo was like this, ultra master spy master that would have gone through and changed.
He didn't even
facial
disguise
recognition.
himself.
No.
That was a big letdown. Baron Zemo is a really badass supervillain in the comics.
Yeah. And
He's the leader of the Masters of Evil. He's like Red Skull and Hitler all together. I mean,
Yeah.
he's a badass dude.
He's the guy behind those guys.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
And this, he was just another person crying because their family got killed when the Avengers were fighting.
Yep.
but if you think about it,
He
I'm
was,
not
he,
thinking
he was
about
Frank
it.
Castle without guns.
Right.
Yes.
but
Yep.
being just a well, they did say he was the leader of some Sokovian death squad.
Yeah. That's
But-
a load of shit.
Being
He didn't show any of that skill, though.
Yeah.
Well, no, he didn't show any of the skill, but it showed the planning because he planned. He didn't have to do anything to any of these guys. He was like a puppet master, which is kind of what he does. I haven't read a lot of Zemo, but that's kind of what he is. He's
But
a
he
puppet
could have
master.
easily just killed them. I know he's like, oh,
But he
there's.
didn't want to. He wanted them to kill each other.
Well, he said, I can't
but what
kill
is he,
them
an Eagle
because they're
Montoya?
so much stronger than I am. Like, you're blowing up things. You could have just blew stuff up with a minute.
Or how about the fact that they've already said that there's 5 guys in tubes that are Winter Soldier that are better than he is because they had to lock him up there.
Yeah.
And
I
he
didn't
killed them.
I didn't understand that.
I don't know why he killed them. Just unleashed them on them.
And that's what I was like, oh, this is going to be Zemo. This will be the Masters of Evil.
Yeah.
Right,
I
right,
thought
yeah,
they were gonna-
yeah,
And I'm like,
exactly.
oh, they're dead. All right.
So there are going to be a bunch of different characters like Screaming Mimi and all
Yeah,
those different
like-
people
yeah.
that are shown.
That's what I thought too. I'm like, oh, it'll be the 3 of them.
And he didn't put his purple mask on.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
The purple mask is great.
Because let's face it, he's not Baron Zemo. He's just another person that was.
They
They
use
could have
Zemo's
named them
name.
just.
He may be back, though.
And the worst part, he's not royalty. He's not a baron.
Yeah. He's nothing.
He was Colonel Zemo.
Yeah.
Colonel Zemo.
Colonel Zemo.
Sounds like a bad Kentucky Fried Chicken ripoff.
He was a watered down
Sokovian Colonel
all the Marvel
Zemo
all the Marvel villains have been pretty legit so far. He was a watered down version of a Marvel villain,
Yes.
Yes.
big time.
That's why I'm hoping that maybe this is the beginning of it. Like, because right now they have enough villains.
Go
Everything-
onto your hate list now. Go and do your hates.
I actually don't have much hate for
Lance,
it.
are you done with your
I'm
hate
done
list?
hating.
All right.
Okay.
Now we're going this way.
You can go then, bro.
Yeah, Brock, give us some hates.
One thing that I didn't like was the fact that when Wanda stopped Crossbones, well, didn't stop him, like moved him while he was blowing up. He was in a crowded street of people.
Yeah.
So no matter what she would have done,
They would all die.
they would have all died. So
Right.
she
Yeah.
tried to do what she thought was better.
If she would have flung him to the left, He wouldn't have went into a building, but since she
But she would have went into a crowded street with who knows how many
What if she
people.
just flung him straight up?
Yeah, why
She
don't you
should've
just go up?
just went straight
Go
up.
up.
That's where the virus went that he unleashed. I think that's what it was.
Yeah, what about that?
Oh,
All
yeah,
that gas.
there was a
that
cloud.
going-
There was a cloud.
There's a cloud.
Stupid
Virus cloud.
Virus cloud.
No, that wasn't the virus cloud. That was the paralysis gas.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what that was.
That was
Out in the-
from all the canisters.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, they didn't release the weapon. And whatever happened to that weapon? Like, Scarlet Witch catches it, and she's like, the package is detained, and then...
She put it.
Well, and the thing is, you get that, and then you get the 4 blocks of plasma that create the 5 things of plasma that create the other two that are soldiers. You're right. They don't mention those.
Yeah,
Stuff-
that's just convenience. That part's over.
Yeah.
She took that vial and she did a head scissor takedown with it, and it was gone. She did. So what else you got?
Thunderbolt Ross should not be in any kind of position of power and telling people not to cause collateral damage.
This
We
is
saw
another
Hulk.
card.
Yeah. His character.
I mean, talk about the pot calling the kettle black. He created the Abomination, who killed a ton of people in that fight. I mean,
Totally destroyed Harlem.
Destroyed a city, was killing all kind of people. That was all his fault. How many people did he kill when they attacked the Hulk at that university?
Oh, somebody killed.
They had helicopters,
Oh, that's right.
Apache helicopters shooting the building, and then he's over there. You got to be responsible. Like, you're the worst. You should be behind bars.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
instead
Thunderbolt
he's-
Ross had no business. That was just, it'd be cool. Let's remind people that the Hulk movie was a part of this universe.
Yeah.
We
We'll
don't have
bring him
Hulk
back.
or anybody from there, but here we go.
We'll bring T-Bolt Ross back in.
And that's really about it, honestly. I liked most of it.
I'm kind of like Ken. There wasn't a lot
You're like Ken? I didn't know that.
in opinionated
Okay.
opinions. There wasn't a lot that I didn't like. Just a few nitpick things here and there. The little story elements that weren't necessarily tied up real tight. That's
Tight like a tiger.
that's about it.
Okay.
I'm coming around. It's my cheese wheels are going up.
G-Wheels are going. Perry, what didn't you like?
Oh God. Okay, brace yourselves.
Okay.
I didn't like Spider-Man that much, guys.
Get out. Get the out.
I think he was kind of a drag. He was
all
kind of a
fair.
bummer.
Why didn't you like Spidey?
He was like 12 years old.
That's what he
That's
is.
what he is.
No, he's not 12 years old.
When he first starts off, he's young.
But how do I find charisma in like a 12-year-old?
He's not 12. He's at
Well,
least,
stop watching 12-year-old porn and start just talking.
What was it, 14?
he's like
14, 15.
14, 16. Yeah.
Dude, Jared's pen.
He was all right with the suit on and doing his thing, but like his voice hasn't even changed yet. And
Yeah, that's the whole.
Perry likes a kid with a deeper voice. Right?
I like my kids to sound like Barry White.
I don't know.
I mean, you remember old Spider-Man when he was new to the Marvel Universe? He was a
course.
kid. He was in high school. He had high school
That's
problems.
not the version I like of him, though. I don't want him in high school.
Well, Perry, I'm sorry I didn't consult you when they were figuring out what version of
They
Spider-Man.
should've
So what you
asked
want
me
him?
first.
You're like, I like my Spider-Man after he sold his soul to the devil to keep Aunt May alive, and I can never be married to Mary Jane.
I like,
that was a good Spider-Man, actually.
I like old
my
Spider-Man. It's
God.
miserable and
That's
married
when he was
twice.
crazy. No jokes. But I know that's not him now.
Spider-Man was in the comic storyline for Civil War. He was much older though.
Yeah, because he's also older.
Because that's when that.
But
But
that
they're
said,
bringing in-
I really like this new Spider-Man.
But that's not the Spider-Man that they have. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to talk.
No,
over.
you're fine.
That's not the Spider because this is a new Spider-Man, so you have to bring him in early in his storyline. Now I know it doesn't match up to normal lineage of Marvel continuity.
Yeah.
but if
And
we're
think about it like this: he could be Spider-Man for the next 10 to
Well,
15
they better
years.
plan on that.
Yeah.
Because
I think they did.
And
Yeah.
does this mean that we don't have to sit through another origin story?
I don't think
I
so.
hope
Yeah, I
so.
can't
I don't
watch
think
I think
Uncle
they've
Ben
already
die.
said they're not going to do
Again.
another
Yeah.
origin.
And I hope Homecoming is like him trying to figure out like it's like high school problems, but then the Vulture's like involved.
I want there to be a homecoming dance.
Yeah, I want him trying to figure out how to ask Gwen Stacy out.
Now,
Like,
there might be some flashbacks to Uncle Ben dying. Don't think that they're not going to
Oh,
do
no,
that.
no,
Because
no,
they
no,
kind
no.
of referenced that.
Yeah.
Ton of that.
With his old speech to Stark, he's like, when good people don't do the right thing,
Right.
Yeah.
Bad things
happen.
happen.
You're going to see that. They're going to throw that in there just, so they can get whoever the actor they're going to pick this time. He'll be younger. They're always
But
younger.
I think it's going to take place after this movie, so he's going to have the
it's gonna
Stark
be Mark
tech suit.
Wahlberg.
Oh God! Don't even go there.
They
They'll
got
have
Mr.
Star technology. He'll have Tony in the movie.
Yeah.
He'll interact with him.
I'm waiting for Tony and Aunt May to start dating.
Now
that Pepper's out of the
That's
movie.
weird to me, yeah.
I can understand that.
Aunt May's like, what, 45 in the movie?
Yeah.
She looks good, though. She
Now,
looks
did
like
Gwyneth
good.
Paltrow just
Versus
decide
Tomei
she
is-
didn't want to be in it?
I don't know.
I don't think they wanted to pay her because they had to pay the guy from Sherlock just to say like 6 lines.
Oh, that's right.
What is the guy that was in the Hobbit guy?
Yeah.
Martin
Freeman. Yeah.
Marty, yes.
So
Or
like,
Bilbo.
Old
We'll just call him Bilbo.
Yeah.
They had to pay. Yeah, I don't think they wanted to pay Gwyneth Paltrow anymore. And let's face it, is she really even needed?
No, she's expendable.
Pepper's not needed
You get rid of
anymore.
her.
all the love interests for these
In
superheroes.
an
can-
Iron Man movie, yes. In an Avengers
Maybe
movie,
if they
no.
decide
No,
to do
sure,
another
sure.
Iron Man movie, they may bring her back.
And
Right.
that actually reminded me of a sort of negative. The kiss with Steve,
Yeah, that
with
was
Cap and Sharon, that was shoehorned in. I didn't
mind it.
I didn't mind it because
were
it's
building
been
up towards
coming.
that, yeah.
But just all of a sudden, that they should have done it somewhere else.
All right, ladies,
I mean-
please
Didn't
note.
care until I found out she was related to
Oh, come on.
Peggy.
That is weird, though.
Yeah, I love how Cap
I
just
loved
dates
her
down the
great
whole
aunt.
family tree.
but also,
Yeah.
But I mean that whole thing with like them in the Volkswagen.
Watching, it was
I mean,
good.
that was
It
hilarious.
was funny.
good.
It was funny.
Okay.
it was a light humor moment where Bucky, who was like mind control and all that,
Got
is
to have
happy
a
for
light-
his buddy,
yeah, got to have
who's
a
getting
light.
his
That was
like,
good.
who's technically getting like his first real kiss. You know what I mean? He's
Yeah.
like, they're like boys again. Watching them, it was good. It was lighthearted. So what else do you hate?
Oh,
Anything
no,
else?
you can go ahead.
We're done with you. All right. So Brock touched on this a little bit. That's funny when I say it about Thunderbolt Ross and all his stuff like that. But I hate that crap about they're showing you those videos where they're like, watch the Hulk smashing these buildings and innocent people are getting killed. Would you rather just the aliens kill everybody on the planet?
Exactly. What
Because
was the
that was the
alternative?
alternative.
alien invasion.
Was an alien invasion. We're gonna kill everybody, and the Hulk smashed some of those
They have a
aliens, and
dimensional
some
portal
rocks fell on
with
people.
an endless supply of aliens coming
And
through.
the other thing is they talked about that everybody kept saying was, well, you just left us alone.
What do you want them to do?
Well, but they established in Ultron that Tony had like a whole division that after they left, they came back in and helped clean up, rebuild, medical stuff. So that I didn't
So,
get.
yeah, so
No,
then-
but the one thing is, the one out of all of those, the one that was really at fault was Tony Stark for Ultron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
Which,
what I think
which
he-
you know, again, he was trying to do something right. It wasn't like, it
went a
was
little haywire.
It went a little haywire because they had the alien technology and all that and everything that's kind of screwed that up, But I mean, again, Tony creating Ultron for a good purpose is a hell of a lot better than Thunderbolt Ross creating
Red Hulk
Abomination
Just because
he
do.
was pissed that Banner was smarter than him just to see what he could do. He's really wrong because I mean, that guy was crazy. But all that stuff they showed you, like the Sokovia incident, they were showing you like Cap's thing. Like Hydra did that.
Yeah.
Hydra took over S.H.I.E.L.D. and blew those things and were
Right.
doing that. Like Cap saved a lot of people. They're about to gun down. They don't mention that. Those bullets were going to gun down like 300 possible super people and kill them all. And him and Falcon and them saved everybody. Like, I just found that scene annoying where, like, they're all sitting there, like, judgmental. And I'd be like, you don't remember we saved the day?
But maybe that's actually to cultivate that sort of hatred toward Ross and the establishment, so that later on they can overthrow it.
So, with that, Tone, the other thing that bothered me is I am sick and tired of you have happy Iron Man who loves being Iron Man, loved being in the Avengers. Then after Avengers is over, Iron Man 3, he's depressed because it was too much. Then you have Age of Ultron, and he's happy because they're saving the day and they're Avengers, and he's driving away. And now he's depressed again because a kid got killed in Sokovia. A lot of people got killed in Sokovia. A lot of people got killed all over the place. I just hate this Iron Man that they bounce back and forth with. Now, towards the end of this, he's kind of was getting his smile back a little bit towards the end. He got a letter from Steve, and he'll be happy again. So that part was kind of annoying.
Mr. Stank.
I also found the part of the end when Steve breaks back in to save the other Avengers. I'm kind of like, okay, how did that happen? That thing's in the middle of the ocean. Like, how did it even get there?
Well, what?
Black Panther helped him.
Yeah.
They don't really tell you that.
Well, but remember, Black Panther knew where it was because he actually followed Tony.
Yeah, but they didn't. They just showed you him walking in a room and everybody's knocked out. I'm like, oh, okay.
Black Panther has a pretty cool plane.
He did have a cool plan.
Yeah.
You know what it reminded me of? the plane from G.I. Joe, the Cobra plane that actually had the little mini plane on it.
Oh, the Night Raven.
Night Raven. It
I get to throw a Night Raven image up on the screen.
the little mini jet off of the Night Raven. That's
Cobra
what it
Night
looked
Raven
like.
had the little thing that ejected off the top and flew away. Yeah, no, it was cool. But that was really it. In general, I thought it was really well done. I thought it was really good to springboard into the next movies and introduced a lot of cool characters. And, just Zemo. We talked about Zemo. I didn't really like him. And, I just can't. I get so annoyed with the collateral damage shit that both movies, DC and Marvel, can't stop doing is the collateral damage stuff, which I don't need, but we went over that before. It's the human side, but it's enough. I'm not watching this movie for a human side. I want to see superheroes. Like if I watch a human side movie, I'll go watch a movie about a 9/11 reenactment.
You'll break out your well-worn copy of The Notebook.
Right. If I want a human side, I don't need it in these movies. But anyway, Ken.
The only thing I'll say real quick is I was upset because at the end of the movie, one of the scenes is they put Bucky back into stasis.
Yeah.
I'm kind of bummed because I would like to see a Bucky Cap movie, them together working together as friends, and even Falcon. I want to see that more, but I'm kind of bummed that we won't see that.
Maybe Panther will cure him, and then when they, because you remember when it ends, Captain America says, "If you need me, call." Maybe when he does make the call, I'd like to see a scene where they're having trouble and Cap, Bucky, and Panther show up.
Yeah.
And in Cap's team.
Yeah.
With them all in it.
That's what's going to be the ending to the second Avengers movie.
Because he said, "Tony, the Avengers are yours," which I don't know who that means. Is it him?
Left?
Him, Vision, and War Machine is basically it. And then calling in maybe he'll have
he might by that time he might have Captain Marvel. He may have
some cool people with him that are new. And Doctor Strange and Spider-Man.
Yep.
And then
it basically said, hey, all these people that we've already shown.
Maybe Luke Cage.
Oh, maybe Luke Cage. I think maybe Wanda might, or not Wanda, but
Widow.
Black Widow will show back up.
And then Cap will show up with his team.
Yeah.
Hopefully with Soldier back.
And then they'll give him his shield back, and that's how they'll end up. Be like, here's your shield, Cap. You're ting, shine on the teeth and thumbs up.
What if they have someone else using the shield? Introduce U.S. agent or somebody like that that's working for Tony.
Oh, you could do that.
Carrying the shield around.
That'd be cool.
John Walker.
And it'll be like, hey, give me that shield back, you big idiot.
Maybe he dies.
Or Nomad.
Yeah, Nomad.
Oh, yes, Nomad.
Maybe they'll make the energy shield for Cap.
All right, so we talked about what we didn't like. So what do we think our effects on the Marvel U is going to be? We kind of discussed this already.
We did a little bit, but, we kind of were tying in that a little bit. But, I definitely think you're going to see, like we said, the call out for help. They set that up perfectly. If you need me, call me. I know we're fighting, but
gave him a little phone.
Yeah, gave him a little.
I loved how it was like a flip phone from the late 90s.
Because that's what Cap would give you, is a little flip phone.
Look at this technology. It's so small I can mail it to you, Mr. Stank.
Yeah. Mr. Stank.
So the next movie is Doctor Strange.
All right.
It's going to be standalone. You're going to hear about the events of some of this stuff happening, but I think you're not going to see any cameos. It's going to be all Doctor Strange.
What do you think the cutscene the end scene will be though? Lead into what?
Probably an Infinity Stone.
I was going to say,
it's
going to be a Thanos Infinity Gauntlet.
It's definitely
It's been a while.
Because then the next movie after that is Guardians 2.
Right.
Which will be so much Thanos Infinity Gems type stuff.
Oh yeah, Mantis is going to be in that movie. There's a lot of weird.
There's a lot of weird stuff happening in that movie. So you don't think Doctor Strange will have anything whatsoever?
Like I said, at some point they'll mention some of the events.
What about a Spidey cameo if they're in New York? I don't think so.
Yeah, I definitely don't think so.
Oh,
that would definitely be shoehorned.
I keep looking to see if I can get BrocShoehorn.com.
Perry will get angry because he's only a year older when they film this one. He's not old enough. He doesn't even have hair on his nuts yet, and he's Spider-Man.
That's how time works. He only gets as much older than time.
Whatever.
Perry's so
They
angry.
hired a toddler to play Spider-Man. He was all right. He was fine.
No, you can't go back.
No. I said he was fine. I didn't say I hated him.
Okay.
But I disliked him. But
All
it's whatever. It's
it's like when they ask you, how was dinner? Oh, it was fine.
Yeah.
It's just whatever. I'll forget about it tomorrow.
I'll
forget about him tomorrow.
No, because I'm going to post his picture on your Facebook page.
Oh, don't you dare. Yep. I don't want to see him.
He didn't like Spider-Man's clever banter.
Yeah.
Next time Perry says, my last date was fine, well, I'll just tell you some shit.
All right, so yeah, this is I'm excited. I'm excited the possibilities. It's going to be fun. So Marvel movies, we have Doctor Strange this year, then Guardians, Spider-Man: Homecoming, and then
Thor Ragnarok. Now let's talk about Thor for a second because they referenced. I like the quote in the movie when they said, "You don't have any idea where Thor and Banner are.
Yeah.
You think if we let 2 nukes just missing," referencing how powerful those 2 are, we would be in trouble.
But the thing, they know where Thor's at. He's in
But
Asgard.
they don't know exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, if he went back there, they haven't heard from him since.
And they have no way to get hold of him.
Yeah, it's not like you could just call Asgard and go, "Hey, Thor, you up there?"
Yeah. Wasn't he in the comic, though, in the Civil War? Didn't
No,
they-
that was a
Tony
robot.
built it?
That was a
Yeah, but
clone.
Tony built it, didn't he?
Yeah,
or something?
Tony and Reed and Pym all they had Thor DNA.
Yeah, that's right.
And made a Thor robot
Right.
and like a clone.
Named Ragnarok.
They
Yeah.
killed
Yeah,
Goliath.
and he was.
That's
That's right, he killed Goliath, yeah.
And
So I'm actually really looking forward to Thor's movie because I think with all this fighting amongst themselves, I think it'll be cool to see the 2 Avengers teamed up together, Hulk and Thor,
and
being
what-
like
a buddy cop.
a buddy cop kind of
Yeah,
movie,
no more
fighting bad guys, kicking ass together, And it'll be those 2 that really sort of, when they return, kind of say like, all right,
Yeah.
I think it'd be funny to have a scene where Heimdall's just like, "You got to go back. They're crazy down there, man."
Which it might be.
Yeah.
What does that? But I also think that you're going to see the beginning stages next year when it's like Guardians of the Galaxy and Thor. That's where I think you're going to see those Infinity Stones that are held in those areas.
Yeah.
That's when Thanos is either going to take them.
Yeah.
So you think in
Or-
Ragnarok they're going to introduce what we have 2 stones missing?
Yeah.
One might be Doctor Strange's, and the other one will be in Ragnarok.
Yeah. Well, the other one will be, yeah, exactly.
Because every stone they've introduced in a Thor movie, basically.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except for the Tesseract.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Well, but they took it.
At the end of Thor, they introduced.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But-
Well, yeah. Who knows? It should be pretty good though. I'm looking forward to it because I'm, like you said, I'm tired of the fighting. The fighting wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. There was a reason for it. But we talked about earlier with the death of. With Winter Soldier killing his parents, I don't see Tony ever getting along with Winter Soldier.
I don't
And
either.
maybe the only reason they'll be on the same team is because a giant alien god is destroying the whole world, and he'll have to team with them. But that really fractured that relationship, which will keep Winter Soldier, I think, from being a team player and being on teams.
Although the banter between Winter Soldier and Falcon is actually sort of funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, those two were good.
You.
That was good. They had that's it. Falcon was good. He had a lot of good comments with a lot of different people, and
Can
he
you
was
move
good.
that seat up? No.
No.
But I do not want him to become Captain America. Sorry, I like him as Falcon. He doesn't need to be.
And I don't
Falcon
think
Cap.
they're going to go that route. In the
I don't think they're
movies.
going to kill him off.
I think
either.
they're not either because he don't need the shield because he made his wing shield all the time and that was great.
Yeah.
He did the wing shield stuff a
Now,
lot.
my only question is
How?
does he control that with his mind?
It's got to be in his spinal cord. I don't
Yeah.
know.
It's best we
like
don't
a neural
discuss it.
interface.
Yeah.
Just one of those things
just
you just
works.
accept.
I just wish he still talked to birds.
Yeah,
That would be
no.
cool. But he has Redbird.
Yeah.
Red Wing.
Red Wing. Redbird's Robin's what vehicle?
Now thank her.
Yeah.
I'm not thanking.
No, thank you.
So it was good. I think we all liked it in general. And we were all good. So cool.
So coming up on some upcoming podcasts, we're going to talk about things and stuff.
I'm talking about things and stuff. Well, we've wrote this before, but we would like to hear maybe if anybody had any stuff you want to hear us talk about. I mean, we have the X-Men movies coming up. We're going to do some predictions on that. We'll probably do another one of these after the movie type stuff.
Yeah, we got to go over all the millions and millions of responses we had to the hashtag
Yeah,
KF
yeah, we got to get
Superpower.
through all that.
So many that we have to
So
sort through.
many.
Handwritten
Oh,
fan mail.
I have to have an acceptance speech for my belt because now I'm a 2-time champ because Bucky did not die at the end of this movie.
Bucky did not die.
Yep. So,
Well, I mean,
And
he's,
actually, I mean, nobody died. So you,
yeah.
you were right.
you won.
You won.
Look at this giant hand.
Yeah.
Oh my back.
But, I did say something about there would be some kind of reference with Vision in his thing, and he did
He
a
did.
little bit.
Yep.
So
Yep.
let me
Yep.
pat myself on the back. a
There
little
we
bit.
go. And Cheese 2 years ago said that Winter Soldier was going to kill.
When he was born, he said Winter
He
Soldier.
came out of the womb going, Winter Soldier killed Stark's parents. And everyone's like, we have no idea what this baby just said. And then it stopped talking.
They looked around. Well,
Yeah. Doctor smacked on his button like, that's weird.
So we will we'll have that coming up.
Oh, we got and last but not least,
Yeah, so we got
in trouble.
in trouble on YouTube.
The internet police said, "Hey,
We posted our Prince video, and I included the video for When Doves Cry. And as I uploaded it, it was uploaded for maybe 2 minutes. It got flagged for having copywritten material in it, even though I didn't have the song in. It was just a video playing in the background. And
we got shut down."
I get a text from Ken that says, "Look at what your video looks like," and it says YouTube violation. So it's ridiculous. We got flagged for all this like stupid stuff, and
Where did you get the video from?
I got the video from YouTube.
Yeah, that's what I
From a person, and it wasn't even called When Doves Cry. It was just called Prince Video was the name of it. And I like searched for When Doves Cry, and it was the first one that comes up. So that's what I don't understand is all these people have all this stuff out there. I don't know how they get away with it.
They uploaded it before. So when you do uploads,
Yeah.
they actually use a technology similar to Shazam to check for copyrighted stuff.
Okay.
It just happened that that guy didn't have his stuff uploaded before.
Okay. Because it wasn't even, like I said, the music. It was just the video. It took the music out. And then they busted us on like an 80s cartoon that Ken was talking about, Mask. I had the video playing in the background, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to put a little bit of the music because Ken's like singing the theme song. So I put the music in there, and they tagged that too. THX audio wasn't
But I also
allowed me to
think
have
there's a lot of like Mask is maybe getting a movie. The comic books coming out. There's a lot of stuff that that property is going to be making.
So
money,
that was annoying. So
This
we
is
have
stupid
to
YouTube.
watch what we do,
Suck on
and
it.
I have to learn how to put like references and cite my sources and stuff like that. It's taking up more of my time.
Your American freedom stops as soon as you go online.
That's true.
Stupid.
That's what they're telling you.
Yep.
So that's it. We'll continue to make them. I just was trying to make them a little better, a little bit more cool with some videos, but we'll just
YouTube doesn't like it.
stick to what we know.
Just gonna be pictures of Perry's wiener.
Yeah. And this is Scrotum
If only.
Sanctuary. Just that's all I'm gonna put up.
All right, so we want to thank you for listening.
Thank you, Perry and Brock and Lance, for guest
Oh,
starring.
thanks to you.
Thanks
Thanks
for
for
having
coming out,
us.
guys.
Yeah. It's cool
And
to be here.
Ken, there's a restaurant down the road named Denny's, and they are calling our name. So let's get the hell out of here.
All right.
Thanks, everybody.
That's